I refused to help my stepsister with her house purchase and told her and my stepfather that it's because of how they treated me as a child. When I was 10 years old, my mom married this guy who had money, like actual money. My brother Josh was 15 at the time. The guy already had 2 daughters, Amy and Ada, who were 12 and 11. Here's where it gets stupid. My mom was working minimum wage at a grocery store, and our real dad wasn't in the picture. But our new stepdad had this whole financial setup where he and my mom would split everything 50-50 for the house, then whatever was left over, they'd use for their own kids. Sounds fair until you realize my mom had nothing left over, ever. So while Amy and Ada were going on trips to Disney World and getting new clothes every season, Josh and I were wearing hand-me-downs and staying home. The worst part wasn't even that, though. We had to share 1 bedroom in a 4-bedroom house because my stepdad said since he paid more of the mortgage, my mom's contribution only covered 1 room for her kids. Amy and Ada each had their own rooms, and there was still a whole guest room that just sat empty. They made fun of us constantly, all 3 of them. Amy would come back from vacation and show us pictures while we were eating store-brand cereal for dinner. Ada would complain about how her room wasn't big enough while Josh and I were literally stepping over each other's stuff every morning, and my stepdad would just laugh like it was all some big joke. My mom's response whenever we complained was always the same: be grateful. If it wasn't for him, we'd be living in some apartment in a bad area, as if being treated like second-class citizens in our own house was supposed to be a privilege. Josh and I made a promise to each other when I was about 14. We were going to get out and we were never going to need anything from anyone ever again. We both worked our butts off. He got into tech and I went into finance. By the time I was 25, I owned my own house. No mortgage.